Exercise 11.1 Problem 14 Solution. The mean and the standard deviation of 20 items are found to be 10 and 2 respectively. At the time of checking, it was found that an item 12 was wrongly entered as 8. Calculate the correct mean and the standard deviation. Okay, so what they say is that there are 20 items and the mean and the standard deviation was found to be 10 and 12. But what has happened, instead of writing 12, they had entered 8 for one item. So as a result, this mean and the sigma is not right. They are incorrect mean and incorrect standard deviation. We are asked to find the correct mean and the standard deviation. It's quite an interesting problem. We'll explain it as we go. Okay, so here the incorrect mean is 10, the incorrect sigma is 2, and the number of items n equal to 20. Okay, so we have x is equal to sigma x by n. So sigma x will be x into n, the x into incorrect x, right? So basically what will happen, so sigma x will be n 20 into this incorrect mean, so you'll get 200. 20 to 10 is 200. Now what has happened, instead of 12 we have written 8. So what's happening? So this 200 is only is taking 8 into account. So if you subtract 8 from this and add 12, then it will become correct sigma x. This is now, as of now, the sigma x is not wrong. It's not right. It is wrong because in the place of 12 it has taken 8. Okay, so basically you have to add 4 to it because 12 is 4 more than that. That is one way of doing. The other way of systematically doing is remove this number 200 minus 8 and then add 12. Remove the wrong number, wrong entry, and add the correct entry, correct number. So 200 minus 8 plus 12 will give you the correct sigma x. Once you have correct sigma x, substitute that, n is right, so you will be able to get the correct mean. You got it? So the correct sigma x will be the incorrect sigma x, which is 200, minus the wrong value. Okay, we are removing that wrong value. Then in the place of wrong value, we are adding the correct value. Okay. So what will be the correct sigma x? The correct sigma x will be incorrect sigma x minus 8 plus 12, right? So actually I should have substituted value. This is 200. So okay, by mistake I have written it as 8. So this incorrect x is, this is what we calculated, right? Because it was using incorrect mean, so the sigma x will be incorrect x. So incorrect sigma x is 200. So in the place of incorrect sigma x, we put 200. 200 minus 8 plus 12, that is 200 plus 4, 204. Now we have the correct sigma x. And what is our correct mean? Mean formula, sigma x divided by n. So the correct mean will be correct sigma x 204 divided by n, which is 20. So that gives us 10.2. You got it? So basically what are you doing? We are using this formula. That is, we are first calculating the sigma x, and that sigma x is not right because of one value is not right. Am I right? Instead of 12, we have written as 8. So what we are doing is that from the sigma x, remove that 8. So that is what you are subtracting 8. There is removing the wrong value. Then you are adding the correct value, which is 12. Then what happens? The sigma x now is corrected. Now you substitute this in this formula, you will get the correct mean. That's what this problem is done as far as mean is concerned. Similarly, we'll have to do for the standard deviation, and you'll be able to correct it, which I'll show you in a minute. Okay, now we go for this sigma. What is the formula? Standard deviation or variance is sigma square is sigma x square by n minus sigma x by n the whole square. Right? So you substitute this value. Sigma is 2. So you put that, it will become 4. Sigma x square by n is 20. And sigma x is, we have to put only the incorrect value. Okay, you should not put the correct value. Incorrect value is 200. 200 by 20, the whole square. So sigma x square by 20 will be 4. This 20 will go 10 times. So 10 square is 100. So this is minus 100. When it goes outside, it becomes plus 100. So 4 plus 100, that is 104. Or sigma x square will be 104 into 20. 20 will go up, right? So that is 2080. Now, using the same logic, the correct sigma x square, this is incorrect sigma x square because we are using the, instead of 8, we have used 12 here. Sorry, instead of 12, we have used 8. So, from this correct, from incorrect sigma x square, you subtract the wrong value square okay, which is basically 8 square, plus add the correct value square. Right, because it's all x square. So you can, earlier we used minus wrong value plus added the correct value because it was sigma x. Because it is sigma x square, you will have to subtract the square of the wrong value and add the square of the right value. Say suppose it is sigma x cubed, then you'll have to subtract the cube of the wrong value and add the cube of the correct value. You got it? Because this was the one which is causing the problem. Now you substitute these values. Correct sigma x square will become 2080. Okay, which is the incorrect sigma x square, minus wrong value was 8, right? So minus 8 square, plus what was the correct value? It's 12, so 12 square. So 2080 minus 64 plus 144. So that is, this will be 2080 plus 80, that is 2160. So now you have the correct sigma x square. Substitute those values here. You will be able to, and you have the correct x square and you have the correct sigma x also. So substitute those values, you will be able to get the correct sigma. So correct sigma will be 21 sigma x square, correct sigma x square, which is 2160 by 20, minus correct sigma, we calculated it earlier, it is 204 by 20 the whole square. So this 0 and 0 will cancel. So this will be 216 divided by 2, that is 108. And this is again this 20.4, this will be 10.2 the whole square. And 10.2 whole square is 104.04. So you subtract, you'll get 3.96. That is sigma square. So what is the standard deviation? Standard deviation is square root of 3.96. So that is 1.99. How will you do this? Take the log of 3.96, divide it by 2 and take anti-log. You'll be able to get the value. Right? So the correct sigma is 1.99 and the correct mean is 10.2. So the key here again is you should know this formula. So correct sigma x square is the incorrect sigma x square minus the wrong value square. So you're removing the wrong value, the square of the wrong value, then you're adding the correct value. Once you get the correct sigma x square, all you need to do is go back to the formula and do that. But be careful when you're correcting it, this should be the correct sigma x. Okay? But when you're calculating the incorrect one, it will be the wrong, incorrect sigma x. Okay. So that's how this problem needs to be worked out. I hope I made it clear. If not, please go through this one more time. It will become clear. Thanks for watching this video.